Jeremy Adams, Fernando Pasarin, and Matt Ryan team the Flash up with Justice League Dark as the hero journeys through Gemworld in a bid to stop Eclipso from unleashing a great power on the universe. Jeremy Adams continues his fun Eclipso arc this issue with a neat little team up with Justice League Dark, as well as a pretty substantial arc involving Wally's kids going about their day back on Earth. The book splits its time between both stories really quite well and gives us some great character development for Jai, who now is powerless and is using a journal to get all his frustrations out. It's a pretty cool and creative way to show that, and one that's also tied to his mother's job as a reporter, so I think it would be nice if he took that and sort of saw the benefits of writing down stuff and getting your head clear by writing and stuff and followed on his mother's career path. That would be quite interesting. On Wally's side of the story, we get a big chunk of exposition that reveals what Eclipso is doing with Gemworld, and it leads to a rather cliche villain teaming with hero after his friends get possessed. It is kind of cool that Wally is dealing with magical things with a science mind and it's actually working, but it is pretty predictable of what's going on and where Wally's team up with Dark Opal is going. Fernando Pasarin and Matt Ryan continue on the series with some really great looking artwork that has a great level of detail to every single panel, and with Jeremy Cox's bright and vibrant colours covering Gemworld, everything just kind of leaps off the page. The Flash issue 777 was an action-packed and exposition-filled issue that split its time nicely between two great, if a little predictable stories, filling out some plot points the book has been building to and leaving off on an exciting cliffhanger. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. The Flash issue 777 heads to the West household, where Jai writes down in his journal his mother has given him, feeling like writing his feelings down is just more homework. He wishes he still has his powers, as Irey uses hers to get ready for school in a nanosecond, frustrating her brother, who knows his father said it was too dangerous for him to fight bad guys without powers, hence why he's stuck at home now. Jai realizes it's his fault, and while sharing the Speed Force with Irey hurt him, having no powers hurts a lot more as well. He soon spots his dad on the news, wishing he could get in on the action as well, as Irey asks if he's going to be okay, and Linda reassures her daughter that their father will be fine, quickly moving the kids to the car as she quietly hopes Wally is not in any real trouble. Wally meanwhile is starting to worry as he and the Justice League Dark try and escape a giant crystal worm. Amethyst says the worms usually are peaceful, as Bobo knows that Eclipso is controlling it, but he hasn't seen the villain himself yet. Dr. Fate had hoped their path would allow them to catch up to the villain, but it took too much time and now he's got a head start. Amethyst figures that he's going after Blackheart, and the only person who knows where it is locked under the House of Diamond. Wally asks her where the house is, speeding off in its direction and getting the attention of the worm by stabbing it with a spear over and over, showing off his other superpower, being annoying. The worm follows him as he races to the House of Diamonds, using his speed to burrow himself under the ground and cause the worm to slam hard into the diamond hard rock wall, killing it and breaking Wally into the house. Back on Earth, Jai continues writing in his book during lunch, wishing that he could be like his sister since she has been at school only a few weeks and has already got so many friends. He doesn't like one of her friends though, named Maxine Baxter, since she's always breaking the rules. He sees both Maxine and Irey sneaking off into the cantina, so Jai follows them, catching the girls stealing some ice cream from the school's canteen. Maxine says that her father says that the school is paid for by their taxes, so it's like they already bought the ice cream. Jai tries to stop Irey, who introduces him to Maxine, but the girl teases him about his action log, knowing that if they don't leave, Mrs. Bunnenfield will catch them. The teacher soon arrives and Maxine takes the blame, pretending it's her birthday and her parents didn't get her any presents and Irey brought her in to get some ice cream. She pretends to be sick from all of the ice cream she ate, getting the teacher to take her away while Irey and Jai head back to the playground, with Irey thinking that Maxine is so awesome. Back in Gemworld, Amethyst introduces the heroes to Dark Opal, the villain imprisoned under the House of Diamond and the one who tried to take over Gemworld quite a few times. Opal reminds her that he also tried to kill her a few times as well. Amethyst remembers it being the reason why she was also banished, so Opal knows that makes them both criminals with so much in common. Wally meanwhile thinks about taking some of the crushed diamond around them, but Detective Chimp knows he doesn't have any pockets as Opal is told that Eclipso is after him. Amethyst wants to stab him until he tells him what they need, but Dark Opal says that won't get any info out of him, knowing they are running out of time, so he will help lead them to Eclipso, and all it will cost is his freedom. Etrigan knows he will betray them, but they don't have much choice, as the Justice League Dark know that they need to deal with this threat, so Wally wonders if he can just head back to Earth and let them deal with the magical stuff. Dr. Fate knows that no amount of magic can send him back, since it would leave them at a disadvantage, and besides, they need him since he would serve them well to have someone immune to Eclipso's power on the team. John and Ragman wonder how the hell he is immune, but Fate doesn't know, since that's one mystery that hasn't revealed itself yet, but Wally's destiny lies ahead. Wally wants to get on with it, since then he can get home sooner for dinner, for once. Jai meanwhile continues to fill out his action log, having snitched on Irey to his mother, causing her to be grounded for a week. Irey is upset since Maxine wanted her to come over and look at her animals, but Linda says no, since she doesn't even know the girl's parents and she needs to check with her father when he gets home. She does say that if she does her homework, Irey can play some video games, but she knows she can't since Jai already hopped on, teasing her about her favourite game. Irey wants to know why she's being punished for having friends, asking if her mother wants her to turn out like Jai, who plays with the tetherball alone. Linda demands that she apologise to Jai, but she refuses, being sent to her room. Linda learns that Jai does indeed play tetherball alone, but the boy says it's so he never loses, making Linda know he's definitely Wally West's son. Flash and the Justice League Dark meanwhile head to the Black Heart, a giant void within the ground of Gemworld. Dark Opal says that the hole leads all the way to the center of Gemworld, and he once attempted to reach it and unlock its secrets, but the planet was guarded by forces he could not break. John knows that Eclipso can break them, as Wally figures out that Eclipso wants to get to the center of the world, and it's not for magical reasons, it's for scientific reasons. Ragman doesn't think he knows what he's talking about, but the hero says when his son was younger, his uncle Barry gave him a build his own antenna kit, and a central piece of the kit was a chunk of quartz, which worked well. Zatanna knows it makes sense, since Gemworld is all crystalline, and Eclipso plans on using the entire planet to broadcast his power to control everything and anything in the universe. Fate knows that they must hurry, since if Dark Opal is right, Eclipso will be trying to unweave the magic that guards the heart. Fate suddenly stops talking as Wally discovers all of the heroes have been possessed by Eclipso, leaving only him and Dark Opal to face them. Back on Earth, Linda puts the kids to bed, finding Jai has been writing more in his journal, and he thinks it's been helping quite a bit. Linda is glad, and writing really does clear the mind. Jai gets ready for bed, but before he can turn the light out, he sees Irey escape from her room and run down the street. Jai knows that she's about to get in a lot more trouble as Irey meets with Maxine, who wants to show her something she'll love as a giant creature stalks them down the dark street.